I worked on CHMA. Great to hear it's still going so strong.
The time is 9 o'clock, and you're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick.
And now it's time for your CHMA News. We're broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes and the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, we'll have your local news, Atlantic update, weather, sports update, and some community announcements.
Hello, this is Clinton Davis with your local CHMA News here in Tantramar. Coming up, youth from across New Brunswick are coming to Sackville to lead conversations on racism, identity, and belonging. The organizers say you're invited. But first, Mount Allison is also hosting the National Music Festival, bringing emerging performers to Mount Allison. Young musicians from across Canada will gather at Mount Allison University this weekend for the in-person portion of the 2026 National Music Festival. The Federation of Canadian Music Festivals Emerging Artist Stream runs this weekend from July 25th to the 29th in Sackville. It features advanced level performers aged 30 and under competing in multiple musical disciplines. The awards ceremony is next week, Wednesday, in Brunton Auditorium. Competitions and workshops are open to the public. You can get tickets online. And now, young people across southeastern New Brunswick have spent the past 3 months talking about racism, identity, and belonging in different areas. This Friday, they're inviting the rest of the community to join the conversation. It's the Provincial Anti-Racism Summit returning to Mount Allison University, bringing together youth from all across the province to share their experiences and, more importantly, ideas on anti-racism workshops and what needs to be done. The afternoon is expected to include remarks from Tantramar's Mayor, Debbie Wiggins-Caldwell, educators, and representation from multiple organizations. It's supported by the Canadian Race Relations Foundation, Mount Allison University, and other community partners. I spoke with 3 of the organizers ahead of the event. I spoke with Anima Faith Oshogbon, better known as Faith. Oshogbon is the founder of Pure Gold Foundation. Oshogbon says Friday brings together the youth and the work the youth have already been doing.
We've been having the anti-racism workshop for the past 3 months now.
Youth who were being brought in from all over southeastern New Brunswick were encouraged to discuss the challenges they've experienced, explore possible solutions, and prepare to share those ideas with the broader community during Friday's summit.
We've had 5 classes online. We've had regional sections. We've had one in Fredericton. We've had one in Moncton. And now the Provincial Youth Summit is going to bring all the youth together.
And that coming together is taking place at Tweedy Hall in the Student Center on Mount Allison campus.
Most times when it comes to racism or the tool to be able to solve the problem, we don't really get to hear the voices of the youth. For this summit, we're going to be having the youth speak.
And while the organization is volunteer-run and the summit is student-composed, Pure Gold has partnered with Mount Allison, the Canadian Race Relations Foundation, the John Howard Foundation, RBC, and the Black Business Initiative. Victoria Nawagdi Goha is a volunteer and youth leader with Pure Gold Foundation. She's also the program manager, and she says that youth leadership has become a priority for the organization.
We've seen that progress to a level where even now we have youth advisory committee where the youth themselves are the one planning and running the programs that we have in Pure Gold, where the youth are the ones now planning these programs. The youth are the ones reaching out to get speakers. The youth are the ones sitting on youth committees.
After the event, many youth will continue with leadership activities over the weekend, entrepreneurship and financial literacy workshops, and more before going back to their own communities. Organizers say they'll continue mentoring participants after the weekend to help keep those projects moving forward. I also spoke with Titi Awasanya. Awasanya is the program lead with Pure Gold Foundation. She says one of the organization's main pillars is to help young people discover their own leadership potential.
We need to have those discussions just to break that bias, and not just only breaking it, but breaking it very early before it forms and before it becomes a structure that our children will deal with when they grow older. We want our children, our youths, wanted to be proud of their identity, our identity. We want them to be proud of it. So in essence, we are equipping them with the tools that they need to address those things.
Faith Ashogbun says that young people don't just participate, but they're increasingly helping organize events, shape programming, and make decisions. She also says that youth connect with one another in ways that adults often can't, and that's exactly what she's been seeing through the workshops.
They're speaking from a place of passion. They're speaking from a place of trust. They're speaking from a place of we want to belong, right?
Organizers feel that in the end, there'll be as much to take away as an adult as there would be as a youth, and that everyone should attend. And with a theme that's hard to be against.
They basically came up with a theme of the program, which is becoming a better version of me.
And that's something most of us can agree we can all benefit from. The Provincial Anti-Racism Summit runs Friday from 2 to 5 p.m. in Tweedy Hall at Mount Allison University. It's open to the public with registration available through the puregoldfoundation.org website, as well as their LinkedIn page, or you can head over to this article on chmafm.com and sign up there. With your local news in Tantramar, I'm Clinton Davis.
And here is your CHMA Atlantic update. Thank you very much, Clinton. New Brunswick Premier Susan Holt says the province will be touting its clean electricity and growing defense opportunities when Canada's premiers meet in Charlottetown, PEI later this week. Holt laid out New Brunswick's priorities in a release including the expansion of clean nuclear energy, building electricity grid entities. I messed that up this morning as well, and positioning the province as Canada's maritime energy hub. The province also wants to remove internal trade barriers and expand growth in the defense, cybersecurity, and advanced manufacturing sectors. The Council of the Federation meetings include discussions with leaders of national Indigenous organizations, as well as a meeting with Prime Minister Mark Carney. And a rural hospital in western New Brunswick says it won't be able to deliver any babies for more than 2 weeks starting this Friday. In a release, Horizon Health Network says the temporary change at the Upper River Valley Hospital will begin early on July 24th and end on the morning of August 10th. The network cites a shortage of medical and nursing resources required to safely perform emergency C-sections. Horizon says the hospital's clinical team has contacted patients and is offering advice on alternative care plans. And officials in Nova Scotia say firefighters are holding a wildfire burning northeast of Halifax. The Mooseland Road fire has not grown since Sunday afternoon and covered about 14.5 square kilometers at the time. The fire first became out of control last Thursday evening when an evacuation order was ordered for about 100 homes, cottages, and cabins in the area. The evacuation order was lifted yesterday morning. And police in St. John's, Newfoundland are investigating 5 weekend fires they believe targeted communication towers and utility poles. In a release, the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary says it is seeking witnesses and video footage of the incidents, which were extinguished with no injuries reported. The first happened late Saturday morning on a pole line off the Linear Avenue and in Shea Heights, and with 2 more fires reported later in the day. Sunday saw a late afternoon blaze on George's Pond Road, followed by another just before midnight in the wooded area off Old Pennywell Road. And a witness to the 1967 Shag Harbor UFO incident on Nova Scotia's South Shore has died. The Shag Harbor UFO Incident Society announced that its president, Laurie Wickens, died on Sunday. Wickens was a teenager when he reported seeing an object crash into the waters off Shag Harbor on October 4th, 1967. Wickens regularly shared his story at the local UFO Center and the annual Shag Harbor UFO Festival, describing a bright object floating offshore, leaving a trail of yellow foam before disappearing. And wild horses on Nova Scotia's Sable Island are being featured on a new silver coin from the Royal Canadian Mint. The Crown Corporation's 1 ounce silver coin marks Canada's 65 years of protected status for the horses. Some 7,000 coins will feature a galloping stallion on the windswept island, available to collectors for just under $230 with a face value of $20. The engraving is based on a picture taken by photographer Sandy Sharkey in 2014. That's your Atlantic Update. I'll be right back with your weather.
Hi, I'm Joe with Center Village Candles, and you're listening to CHMA.
And here is your weather. It's currently observed as 18 degrees here on the marshes. A quick window check shows a big blue sky. No clouds out there just yet, but it's amping up to be a glorious summer day. You can expect a mix of sun and cloud today with a little bit of wind, west-southwest 20 this morning, then becoming south 20 in the afternoon. High 27. Humidex says it'll feel like 29. Tonight, mainly cloudy, winds south 20 kilometers an hour, gusting to 40 and a low of 15. For tomorrow, Wednesday the 22nd, rain with a risk of thunder shower early in the morning, continuing into the afternoon. About 10 millimeters of rain expected. The wind south 20 kilometers an hour, gusting to 40, becoming southwest 20, gusting to 40 near noon. High of 22. Humidex will be at 30. Wednesday night, showers with a low of 17. For Thursday, July 23rd, a mix of sun and cloud, a high of 25. Thursday night, clear and a low of 13. Mix of sun and cloud, high of 27 on Friday, July 24th. And on Friday night, clear with a low of 13. Mix of sun and cloud, a high of 27 on Saturday, the 25th. Happy birthday, Elwood. Cloudy periods with a low of 13 on Saturday night. A mix of sun and cloud with a 30% chance of showers and a high of 25 on Sunday. Cloudy with a 60% chance of showers and a low of 16 on Sunday night. And finally, Monday, cloudy with a 60% chance of showers and a high of 22. Coming up next, your CHMA Sports Update.
Hi, I'm Cassie, and you're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM.
And here's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update.
Last night, the finishing up of the first half of the WNBA season saw 4 games. The Toronto Tempo, in action at home, lost handily to the visiting Las Vegas Aces, 109-83. Took overtime for the New York Liberty to defeat the Dallas Wings in Texas, 99-98. The Washington Mystics with a surprising victory over the Golden State Valkyries, 90-82 on the road. And in the late game, it was the Minnesota Lynx holding on to defeat the Seattle Storm in the Pacific Northwest, 105-102. Major League Baseball action. Boston Red Sox remain the hottest team in Major League Baseball. They defeat the visiting Baltimore Orioles 6-5 to extend their winning streak to 14 games. Your San Diego Padres lost to Atlanta down in Georgia 3-2. Your Toronto Blue Jays, they lost to the Tampa Bay Rays 7-1 in downtown Toronto. The New York Yankees defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates 8-5. Guardians teeing off against the Twins. They win 13-4 on the strength of 6 home runs. The Philadelphia Phillies, they defeat the visiting Los Angeles Dodgers 10-7 at the Link. The Royals defeat the Giants 4-3. The Brewers 8-3 victors over the visiting New York Mets. Took 10 innings for the Tigers to take down the Cubs in the Battle of the Tabbies. It was 8-6 final there. White Sox defeat the Rangers 10-3. Marlins lose to the Houston Astros 8-5. It was the Washington Nationals up in Colorado defeating the Rockies 7-3. D-backs lose to the visiting Athletics 5-2. Mariners shut out the Cincinnati Reds to move 1 game above 500 for the season. And in the late game, it was the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim with a 3-2 victory over the St. Louis Cardinals.
And that's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update. Please be sure to check out Brian's show on Mondays at 8:30 a.m. for more sports commentary. All right, well, let's take a look at some local updates, some community things that are happening in and around the marshes, as we like to do at this time. We got a road closure coming in from the municipality, and that is over on Wellington Street, and that is going to be for today, July 21st. Wellington Street will be closed from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m. for a new service installation, and they apologize for any inconvenience that may cause. So again, that is Wellington Street. And let's do a quick survey of this week in Tantramar. Big thanks to municipality folks for putting that together. It makes the hosts here at CHMA makes our jobs a lot easier. If you missed it, you might want to look out for another one coming up. But yesterday was Monday. It was, and there was a free legal clinic for tenants that happened at 11 a.m. And the only reason I mention it, not because, it doesn't really help now, but keep an eye out because those free legal clinics are really important if you don't have access to legal support. So, I'm assuming that the municipality put that on, but you could reach out to j.wilson at Tantramar NB and find more information about that. I am very pro free legal clinics, especially for tenants, because there's a lot of tenants' rights that they don't know about. For Tuesday the 21st, today they'll be doing the Women in Black over at the Sackville Curling Club, they being Festival by the Marsh, and they'll be doing that on Wednesday as well. Walker Trails hike on Thursday, July 23rd, meet at Walker Road Trail parking lot, and concerts in the park on Thursday is going to be Scott Hems, and that's going to be 6:30 to 8 p.m. Bill Johnstone Memorial Park, as it always is. Struts Barbecue coming up on Friday. Festival by the Marsh is doing the Women in Black at the Curling Club again on Friday and Saturday as well. Yes. So that takes us into Saturday. There's a PEI bus trip, Come From Away. It's going to be leaving at 8:30 a.m. Check out Tantramar MB for more information about that. They'll be leaving from the Tantramar Veterans Memorial Civic Center. Of course, the Farmers Market is going to be up on Saturday, and I believe CHMA will be there. That's the plan so far. And this weekend, Victorian Garden Party and Keeler House Museum tours happening over at Keeler House Museum in Dorchester, 1:30 p.m. Going to take a quick switch over to the CHMA community calendar because that is not all. There is so much more going on. Before I do that, I got to do a little click, and here we are. I can tell you there's a great show coming up tonight at Greenslays because I've already talked about it a bunch of times this morning, and big thanks to Sumner for putting a great spot in rotation to help promote that. There's a lot of seats, but they are limited. I think there's maybe 25 chairs that they have in this house for these shows, and then their standing room as well. So I think the chairs sell out fairly quick. It's a beautiful music venue. It's a great place to see music, and the music curation is top shelf. So you can just go not knowing who the artist is, feeling it's going to be rock solid. The artist tonight is Ethan W. Olson and the Quilters Guild. Ethan W. Olson is a musician and experimental filmmaker from Boston, Massachusetts, whose third solo album, My God is a Consuming Fire, is forthcoming with Carbon Records later this summer. The Quilters Guild combines the talents of Mike T. Kerr and Lotus White, creating a concoction of instruments and influences, with each avenue being explored down to its roots by these unique musicians. You can get tickets at greensladesnb.com online. And if seating tickets are not available, there is standing room. So, just be aware of that. So, not a lot of chairs, but it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be beautiful. So you should check that out. Running back along over to the CHMA community calendar. I think we got it all. The only other thing I was mentioning this morning is, just so you know, the Committee of the Whole meeting with the municipalities come up this Monday at 3 p.m. So that's of note to those folks that take note of those things. Put that on your paper with your pencil. And that's your CHMA community updates. A couple more from the folks here at CHMA, and then I will get you into some music before I bid farewell so I can join the kids camp coming up at 9:30.
Hey, this is Elwood. Keep that dialogue on 106.9 FM.
Step back in time and indulge in the elegance of a bygone era on July 25th. Enjoy a selection of fine teas and homemade jams at the Keeler House Museum on 4974 Main Street, Dorchester. Victorian Garden Party Chic is encouraged for this afternoon event. Book your spot in advance for special pricing, $15 per person or $50 for a group of 4. To RSVP, call this number, 506-864-5811. Summer is better with a barbecue. Join active living and culture at the Visitor Information Center on 34 Mallard Drive for summer barbecues. These are free lunches with great conversation and a chance to connect with the community. They will be held on the last Thursday of the month. For June, the first barbecue will be on June 25th, and in July on the 30th. They will take place from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Bring your appetite and a friend. Ready to stretch your legs? Join Active Living and Culture for a guided tour of the Tantramar Waterfowl Park, where you can explore the beautiful trails, wetlands, and wildlife that make this space so special. These tours will be ongoing daily throughout the summer. They start at the Sackville Visitor Information Center on 34 Mallard Drive and run from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Grab your sunscreen and your enthusiasm to make the most out of the heart of the marshes.
And that was your CHMA News. Please visit www.chmafm.com for more news and to sign up for our email newsletter. Funding is provided by our monthly sustainers, the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and the Municipality of Tantjamar's Community Development Grant. If you have a story idea or would like to include an announcement, please write us at news@chmafm.com. That is correct. If you have any story ideas, write us at news@chmafm.com. We want to know your stories, no matter what they are, anything at all, because we have a lot of folks on right now, so it's a great time. I know Sumner is taking on doing some CHMA talks, and we have Theodore, Mike, and Clinton that are all covering stories, and Katie, who is our editor, is also writing up some briefs. So even if it's a press release, please send it to us at news@chmafm.com. We want to hear your community ideas, your stories. If you know anyone that should be interviewed, talked about, supported, just let us know. We are here to do that, and we want to do a lot more of that. Always follow chmafm.com to see what we've been doing. So it's about a story a day, that goes up there. So you're deeply encouraged to sign up to the email, because all of those can get delivered directly to your inbox, and you can stay informed about all that stuff. And that's why we've been going to the farmers market and to the art in the park, trying to get the word out. And before we get into the music, I want to say a big thank you to The Independent for getting our posters up down there, because helping get the word out that CHMA is your local radio station in Sackville, New Brunswick is difficult. It's a lot. We work hard at it. So, getting something like a poster up helps us out a whole bunch, because surprisingly, there's still quite a few folks around that don't realize there is a live radio station with 12 folks working here throughout the week, and then 30 volunteers that come in at other times, that it's a fully functioning, fully operating local radio station. So you can also help by getting the word out, encouraging people to tune into 106.9 FM. And we've got some special buttons and stickers that we made up that said, "I support local radio." So if you want some of those to help hand out, to give out, come by the station on the third floor of the Wallace McCain Student Center here at 62 York Street, and we'll give you handfuls and buckets of buttons and stickers and that kind of thing to help get the word out. So appreciate your support in that. If you enjoy CHMA, please encourage others to tune in as well. Got a great promo from Cool Pop coming up, and then we are going to get into Tommy Swick with Make Me Cry, and the Sinceres out of Los Angeles with Did You Know, and Ella Maddie with Confessions here on the Voice of the Marshes. It is 9:23. I've been your host, James Anderson. I am going to peace out and join the kids camp that we've got a couple, 2, 3, 4 kids that are ready to start doing things. They were on air yesterday, and they're going to be on air again. So keep that dial locked, and it's always fun having the kids in here. We're looking forward to the rest of the week. All right, thanks for tuning in. I will be back with you. I think Sumner is back on air for tomorrow morning, but I usually roll in at 8:45 before I start my 9 a.m. time slot to take you to 10. Today I'm going to step out a little earlier to help with the kids camp, but we've got some great music. So Sumner's back. check it out. Here's a quick show promo for Kirk that's coming up tomorrow night at 6, and then Make Me Cry from Tommy Swick.
Playing the latest new electro pop tracks, Cool Pop brings you the best new pop music from around the world. Tune into Cool Pop every Wednesday at 6 p.m. on CHMA 106.9 FM.